Hello there, welcome to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. I'm Britt Rochelle.
I'm Muffin.
Boop, boop, boop. And we are starting our second week of the month. It is March, and we talked about some new releases recently. Talked about some, there's been some interesting stuff going on in gaming. But I want to hear what gaming Muffin's been getting into since we last fapped together.
None.
None.
I tried, but none.
None pizza with left beef.
Sure.
Sorry. I'll send you the meme. It was hey, Steph. No, it was like, that's the stupidest meme ever. Okay, I think it was Domino's, actually, but there's the way they arrange the build your own pizza menu. If you look up None Pizza with Left Beef, I'm sure you'll see it. But someone wanted to see how minimalistic they could go with ordering do-it-yourself Domino's pizza. And so they requested 0 toppings, like no sauce, no cheese, no, literally nothing. And except for on the side, they wanted like beef on the left side of the pizza specifically, because you can also specify if you want, just half plain cheese, half pepperoni or whatever. Yeah, Wesley knows what I'm talking about. None pizza with left beef. And they did it. He got delivered this pizza that was just a plain pizza crust with some freaking sausage tossed out of the side. Like, here you go, bitch. I don't know, I just thought, apparently, I still think it's the funniest fucking thing ever, because I'm absolutely losing my mind. But...
Yes, but Brittany, you also laugh at South Park, so we see where your humor...
South Park is a different caliber of humor than fucking None Pizza with left beef. None Pizza left beef, it's the first thing that shows up. Yeah, according to Wikipedia, None Pizza with Left Beef was a pizza delivery experiment conducted by Stephen Malaro in October of 2007. After testing the accuracy of I was right, it was Domino's online ordering system. The results were posted on his blog, The Sneeze, after which it evolved into an internet meme. Oh my god. It's stupid, and I love it so much. Yeah, exactly. They came and paid, so he got his None Pizza with left beef. There you go. It has a Wikipedia article, which means it's legit. Oh my god!
I already looked it up, so...
Wait, Wesley in the chat said that his boss told him to make it one time for an order. He's had to make the None Pizza with left beef. Oh, god. No, I have not seen the release date.
I can only imagine how non-amusing that was to be making it.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't speak. Wesley will have to pipe up, but I think it'd be like, oh, just pizza crust, toss some freaking sausage on there. Easiest pizza order I ever had.
I would say the easiest pizza order would be no pizza.
That's not a pizza order.
It is.
Yeah, if you got paid. If they don't pick it up, that's their problem. What's up, Lakaya? Welcome in. Or is it Lakia?
You can sit there and report as undelivered or didn't get what I paid for, and then the bank will refund them the money. So in the long run, did you actually get paid?
Well, that's the question. I'm sure Wesley got paid. If the bank wants to refund that money, then it's Domino's or whatever pizza shop that didn't get paid.
But then it would still come out of his check at the end.
Not
There's no money going into the store, and it doesn't go to him.
I guess it depends on the pizza place. If it was like an independent chain, pizza shop did not do refunds, pickup only.
It's funny how many times I've heard that and still managed to get a refund on places.
No, Stoner's Pizza House in Statesboro. I was not.
That's when you just go, I'll just contact the Better Business Bureau. We'll see how long your no refund policy stands. And then usually you get a refund after that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright.
That's what a dealership tried to do to me.
Really?
Tried to charge me a restock fee, and I was like, that's not part of the paperwork. You're not charging me a 50% restock fee for a car that you sold to me that was shit.
No.
Like, well, we've already got your bank info. We'll just charge your bank. And I said, go ahead.
The hell you won't.
I'll contact BBB.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Isn't that why Georgia has lemon laws?
Yeah, so does Illinois.
Fair enough. I don't know.
It works for anything.
I have no idea what the situation is out here in Okie. But I'll have to look into. I mean, not that I'm looking to buy a car anytime soon.
Oklahoma.
This is good.
Lemon laws. Yes, lame ass Oklahoma has lemon laws.
Hooray! W for Oklahoma.
Statute 15, Section 901 includes vehicles, cars, trucks, motorcycles that are still under the manufacturer's warranty.
Nice. Whew, all right. Well, let's see. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Oklahoma's got you covered. Da-da. Let's see,
lame ass Oklahoma's got you covered.
Oklahoma. Okay, thanks for lurking, Wesley. Thank you for the 666 likes. Let's see, what gaming did I get into?
Larry. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Larry's hiding in a box in the closet.
That's hilarious. Oakley is asleep on my hip, so I'm just not going to bother him. Welcome in. Thank you for liking the live, Muffin.
I'm beating Wesley's, so it's okay.
Oh,
I'm just here for the funsies.
Here for the memes, the lulz. Oh, what is it? My gaming Wednesday. I got into a little bit of WoW on Wednesday. I didn't stream it, but I got into a little bit of WoW. Oh, because I'm not counting Tuesday. Tuesday's Destiny. We all know we both play Destiny. Thursday, I beat My Friendly Neighborhood. And it actually has a surprisingly decent message to it. I really like how it kind of goes to us from what the hell kind of game is this to, oh, no, this actually speaks to, a world without, educational kid shows and what can happen when, people just kind of become bitter assholes. And I got a very, okay, so at the end of it, it's not a choice-based game for the most part, but at the end of it, Ricky, the sock puppet thing that talks to you throughout the game, asks, will you be our neighbor? Like, will you help put our show back online? I know we're a little bit corrupt. I know we're a little bit wackadoo, but we just need some help. And the chat said that I should not be their neighbor, not help fix the show. And it turned out kind of sour for the main character. He gets this big job in the office with a window that he wanted, but he still kind of has at the back of his mind that silly little puppet show that might help kids not be such curmudgeons when they get older. So I did not like that ending. It was a little bit too sad for me. So I turned down some cheats because during your first playthrough, you can look around and find these little cheat tapes. So I found the cheat tapes and I enacted the super wrench, which normally the wrench, you can hit people with it, but especially to the bigger puppets, it doesn't really do anything. But with the super wrench, it knocks them across the room and knocks their ass out, so score. I also did the infinite ammo cheat, which that was one of my bigger problems throughout my first playthrough was my ammo, what do they call that? My ammo conservation was very poor on my end. So, infinite ammo is nice, and I got basically a Gatling gun, from a secret area, so that was cool. And I was going for the better ending. I wanted to see what happens when I do help the show out. And I did end up helping all the side characters during my second playthrough. I don't want to call it a speed run because it wasn't a proper speed run, but it was like a rush through. Let's call it that. And I actually helped one of the bigger puppets. It's like a bird thing. You're supposed to get their glasses back. I did that, which I didn't do in my first playthrough. And I helped all the other puppets. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to get like a really good ending. And then I finished the game, and it was still good. Like, the show got on the air, but it wasn't really popular. And it was kind of still like a melancholic, meh kind of ending. So I did look it up. I'm like, there's not other kinds of endings, are there? And then I looked it up. Turns out you do get the best ending by helping all the puppets, which I thought I had, so I didn't get the super happy, cheerful ending. Turns out I didn't talk to the bird after I gave the glasses back, which is a common mistake a lot of people do. Though in my defense, but here's my thing. In my defense, I did walk up to that bird after I gave the glasses back. It did not acknowledge me. There was no cute little cutscene of an exchange. I thought it was just, oh, it's a goddamn bird. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't say anything. But I guess I was wrong. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do, I kind of do want to do another playthrough so I can get the happy ending, but on the other hand, I kind of just want to start playing a different game. Fortnite on Friday, I played with one of my regular audience peoples and his daughter, and we got like 4 victory royales. That was awesome. Saturday, I got close. I finally beat, I can never remember his name, Vexen. Really tough boss in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I beat him twice. Now I just beat Marluxia. He's like, they're both Organization 13 members, but Marluxia's got like pink hair and he's pretty and has the rose petal thing going on. Apparently I have to beat him like 3 times to beat the game, so I got through my first one. I'm hoping to beat Chain of Memories this Saturday. And Date Everything was the other game I played, and Date Everything has been getting more interesting as I go. I only have 26 more new datables to unlock, so I've unlocked 76 of them. So, and I realized there's a DLC character named Lucinda Lavish, who she just kind of pops up. She literally is kind of like a meta example of a dateable. She's not something in your house, but she's literally just the DLC for the game. She just kind of exists to exist.
Yeah.
Which was funny because as you create, so before I get into what happened, I don't know if I got into the new mechanic that comes in later. It's called like realization. As you build these relationships with the datables in your home, whether it's love, hate, or friendship, you get stats in like empathy, I don't remember, poise. You get social stats that you kind of start at 0, and as it climbs out, you get like a personality map. And when your stats reach certain levels, you can realize that a datable's existence, which basically means they turn into a real person. Which a little odd, but again, there's a little bit of like ethical questions, like, is that really the best idea? But then everyone just kind of brushes over it like, I'm sure it's fine. But you can only do that when you reach certain stat points. So when I think I became I got Lucinda Lavish to love me. And I decided to test the realization option. Be like, oh, I'm ready to realize you. And she goes, me? Oh, I bet I'm going to be the best. That my stats are probably so high. I can't believe you've reached the level of statitude that you need to realize my existence. It's basically her whole personality is, I'm amazing, look how great I am. And her stats to be realized are literally the lowest of all the characters. Like, they each go up by like 5 every time. Well, it's not all of them, but depending on the relationship and the dateable, you get a stat, like 5 points attributed to that stat. And all of her stats are set at like 1 apiece to be realized. So I'm basically just like fed into the Delulu a little bit. I clicked the text option that was like, yes, I can't believe I have those stats either. Welcome to the real world, ma'am. And she just kind of leaves. So,
ma'am. Ma'am.
Ma'am. This is an Arby's. But I thought it was funny because...
That shopping cart. You don't know that meme?
Is it like the Robert meme?
No.
Robert, this rock is pissing me off.
No, the guy's...
Marcus, not Marcus.
Cash on the counter. He goes, $6 on pump 4, please. And the guy goes, sir, that is a shopping cart. I don't see what the make and model of my vehicle has to do with the cold, hard cash that I laid on our counter. My apologies, sir. Go nuts. And you just see him out there with a big smile, spraying all the gasoline on the thing.
What the fuck? No, I haven't seen that.
You're the dumbass pouring gasoline on a shopping cart.
But it just made me think, like, okay, so I realized Lucinda, and she just left, which isn't going to affect, to be frank, is not going to affect my household very much, because she doesn't do anything. But if you play the game long enough, the goal is essentially to realize enough of the game, or realize all of the things in your house that you can date. So it just makes me wonder, does that mean that the goal to at the end of the game is to just have an empty house? Because, like, if your breaker box, you can date the breaker box. If your breaker box leaves, that means no light in your house anymore. Now I want to test that. I'm gonna realize my breaker box. Figure it out. That's my new goal for Saturday night. I'll see if they turn the lights off on me.
I would like to see that too. And I would just be in the chat being like, stupid. Stupid.
Hey, Air the Dragon, welcome in. And what?
It sounds as if Larry is trapped.
Oh no. Oh, Daisy Oakley got trapped in the closet the other day.
See, we care more about Larry than we do Oakley. I apologize. I just speak the facts.
Is that what you speak? What does everyone else think? Do we care about the cat or the little puppy better? He's asleep, or I'd lift him up to the
cat is smarter than the dog.
I don't know. Oakley's pretty smart. He learned to sit.
Can Oakley open his own food container?
No, he can't. But he can open...
With double latches on it?
How can he do that? How can your cat do that?
Can the cat, or can your dog pop open a baby lock and lift the trash can lid?
What the fuck is wrong with your cats?
It's like a tab where like you slide it on, push forward, and then it snaps down and locks, right? Those type of baby locks.
Yeah.
The only way to do it is a singular like little push slide on it, and then it releases the lock, right? Yeah, that's what we have on the trash can to keep Larry out of it. And guess who keeps getting into the fucking trash can?
Larry.
And popping the lock.
Okay, so that's the thing. Your cats, I will admit, your cats do have over Oakley's. His hydraulics are impressive, but I don't think he could even get on top of the trash can. And if he did, my trash can is one of those swivel lids. So even if he did have the jumping power to get on the trash can, he would just fall in. Which, thank God he can't do that, because I would get so... I don't want to bathe him after that. Hi, Larry.
This is the box that I'm gonna send your other stuff in, by the way.
Sounds good.
I'll include a box for that damn resin bucket.
Sounds good. I'll try to find the resin bucket. I found the cage, I just don't know where the bucket is. Oh. Look.
I'm gonna fight you, Brittany.
I know, and then... Oh, but
Larry,
so...
no.
Oh.
No. Get.
Are you gonna
be get back in the closet? It's okay. I'm loaded. It's just an air thing. I gotta charge it.
Taking a picture of Oakley sleeping on the job.
Oh no. Not Not the rat sleeping.
It's good for him to
Oh, no.
sleep. He needs to sleep. He's a little puppy, and he's so high-strung. I think he straight up, like, stresses himself into oblivion for no reason, except for he thinks everything and everyone is out to get him, except for me, apparently.
Well, everybody is, you know? The birds outside are, the leaves. You know?
Yeah. He has been getting better, though.
Animal control.
Oh, no. He's got to make a new friend this week, though. I've got a new neighbor who's got a little Yorkie, and I'm going to introduce them.
Interesting.
Interesting. Oh yeah, so I was playing My Friendly Neighborhood the other night on stream, and Oakley's usually like in my lap or at least at my feet or under my desk. He's somewhere within my proximity when I play normally, but I hadn't seen or heard from him in a while. I was like, damn, I wonder where Oakley is. He had me under the couch in the living room because he does that sometimes. But then I heard like the saddest, like inconsistent little, just like little like barks and crying from God knows where. So I was like, I paused the stream and went, I'm gonna go find my dog. And yeah, he was in my AV closet, which is basically just a coat closet I put my audiovisual equipment in. But I heard him scratching at a door, and I'm like, when did you even get in there? But he was really happy to see me.
That's what AV stands for? It's audiovisual?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have never known. Without you telling me, I would have never known, Brittany. Golly. Thank you so much for that.
The more you know.
I feel less dumb. Man, just makes me, that much more grateful to have you in my life.
Your sarcasm knows no bounds. All right, I'm gonna get into some news. What? No, I had the thingies up. I had it all open. Where did you go?
Leave it to Brittany to have a consistent issue.
I had it
every
open.
time.
I had it open.
Every time.
I had it open.
Larry, I'm going to launch you into oblivion. Stay away from the box. Damn it. No. Face of a crook.
Why don't you just kick him out?
Oh, let's see, Brittany. Because he can open the door.
It's okay. So can Oakley.
Go.
Sometimes I'll put him in the bathroom door while I'm like cleaning or putting stuff away if I don't want him to get into stuff. And it doesn't latch properly.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I knew he could get in because he can just push it open. Turns out he figured out how to bat at the edge with his paw enough so that it opens on the other side as well. So that's no longer a viable option.
Fantastic. Anyways, let's get started.
Yeah. So we got a Dark Souls sequel officially coming on the 18th. As of filming and streaming, that is 8 days from now. It's a comic book sequel. Interesting. Dark Souls is one of the biggest names in modern gaming, despite the series not having received a new installment since 2016. The 20 times dark fantasy action RPG trilogy remains just as beloved 10 years later. And while its legacy has... what was that? Was that your air thingy? That was so loud.
He was ready to jump up onto the thing, and I stuck it to his back. Turned it on.
That was
and
so
he just
loud.
spazzed out. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll make sure to mute it next time.
Like I gotta learn to do with my slurping, my noodle slurpage. Which I ate my noodles before recording today, so... So Dark Souls is one of the biggest names in modern gaming, despite the series not having received a new installment since 2016. The 20 times dark fantasy action RPG trilogy remains just as beloved 10 years later, while its legacy has lived on through incredible From Software games like Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Elden Ring, demand for Dark Souls 4 has never wavered. Long last, a new Dark Souls adventure is finally releasing later this month. Sadly, it's not Dark Souls 4, but it does look to be a worthy new installment of the franchise that all true fans will need to get their hands on. Yep, it's a comic book.
Have you played Sekiro?
Nope.
It's a really good game.
Copy that.
I don't know if it's free anymore, but it is on Xbox. It's a very interesting, swordsman game.
Okay.
You just gotta play it.
All right, and so I shall. What do you think about this Dark Souls comic book that's coming out? Are you gonna get it?
No.
Why not?
Because I thought it was a game, not a stupid comic book.
Oh, that's a link you sent me. I thought you were excited about it.
No, I sent it to you because I thought it was a game. I didn't actually read it.
You got clickbaited.
Not necessarily, because I didn't actually click it. It showed up. I didn't read the article. I just went, oh, that would be interesting. Send.
Fine, then you clickbaited
Send
me.
It.
Dark Souls Mother of Mourning is the title. It's a 4-issue miniseries coming from Titan Comics, written by George Mann and drawn by Man House, with covers by Bjorn Berens, Raymond Gay, Ito, and Reza Afshar. The series revolves around the Knights of Mourning, who are willing to bet everything on their last chance of salvation and their fight to keep hope alive. In search of a hero to rekindle the flame, these knights turn to the Mother of Lilies, a soulless, mummified saint with legends about her ability to restore balance to the world. The official description of issue number 1 reads, the knights believe that her lost soul will resurrect her and bring them their sought-after champion to guide them to solace. But madness looms in every knight's mind, and this long-awaited goal might not be what it once seemed. Dark Souls Master of Mourning is far from the first Dark Souls comic published by Titan. Other notable series they've published since include Dark Souls The Breath of Andalus, Dark Souls The Age of Fire, and Dark Souls The Willow King. All of the Titan Comics Dark Souls stories are officially licensed from Bandai Namco and From Software, and are set in the familiar Dark Souls universe gamers know and love. While Titan's Dark Souls comics aren't strictly canon, they do remain a superb way to keep the world alive. Wait, think about butt first. Larry, you little brat.
He didn't want to be I don't know, assistive to his own lift. I don't,
He was resisting
I
the
picked
lift.
him up and he tried to squirm.
Yeah, so. I get it. But maybe I should get. I like comic books, so maybe this will be a good way for me to get into the series before I play the games. Because I will play the games at some point, I'm sure. I'm just I'm not good at. Y'all saw my struggles with Another Crab's Treasure. The fact that you can give Krill a gun pretty much saved my ability to play the game.
Which you can find the gun in game, by the way.
Really? I didn't know that. How do you find the gun?
You gotta do a lot of jumping towards the end of the game.
Ah.
It's a really big jump puzzle. Basically jumping out of the map.
Oh.
And then you find it.
Not good at that, but...
Yeah, you're terrible at platforming. I've noticed.
You know...
Ungodly terrible at platforming. Even if the platform is the size of a spaceship, you will miss it.
Ungodly terrible. I'm a little bad, but I'm not ungodly terrible. I grew up on platformers. Thank you very much.
So there's a strike that we can play.
Yeah.
Where literally the entire thing, you have to sprint and platform.
Sure.
I'm gonna make sure we run that tonight.
Let's do it. Let's run it.
Too, so.
I'm an expert. Why are you like this?
Oh, since you grew up on it, you should be an expert on it, should you not?
Touche, bitch. Touche.
Okay, that's what I fucking thought.
Look, I grew up. Have you ever play the Robots game for the PlayStation 2?
The Roblox game?
Robots, like the DreamWorks movie. Remember that Robots? You played it?
Yes. All
right, you played. I know you didn't play Spyro the Dragon.
No.
How about Madagascar?
I played Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot's
I did play Madagascar.
Yeah, see? All platformers, right? Am I wrong? No, I'm not gonna say Destiny's
You are
on.
wrong. Madagascar is not a platformer.
How do you
Adventure.
It's an adventure.
By what they describe it as an adventure game.
Fair enough. All I'm saying is I know Destiny is the next level of platforming. Hell, maybe even 2 to 5 levels above those games I listed. Because those games are not the most difficult, I'll admit. So maybe I am vastly overestimating my platforming abilities, but goddammit, I'm still going to do my best.
You need to play Crash Bandicoot.
I played Crash Bandicoot.
The Insane Trilogy, right? I think it's the first one. There's a DLC map. I don't remember what it's called, but in order to finish the map, get I'm going to call it a diamond because it's not the purple crystal. In order to get the diamond, you have to finish the whole map in 45 seconds.
Oh, wow. That I will not be doing.
I beat it in 38 seconds.
I'm very proud of you.
Platforming, Brittany.
Platforming.
Because there is no forward, turning the camera. It's full on. You're just jumping side to side the entire way up.
Yeah, that does remind. Actually, I haven't finished the Insane Trilogy. I played the first Crash Bandicoot a few years ago, like back in the last Savannah house I lived in, the one you and wifey had been to. Yeah, I never actually did follow up on those other 2 games, so I should probably. I have them, I just haven't played them, and so therefore I haven't played the second or third Crash Bandicoot games in like 10 plus years.
I played all of them so far, minus the racing ones, because the racing ones are never good.
Crash Team Racing is amazing. You take that back, mister.
No, it was terrible.
Crash Team Racing was fun.
The only actual racing game that was decent that I played was Avatar Racing from Xbox.
Not even Mario Kart?
You take your Xbox 360 Avatar, put them in a race car, and you race around the map.
Yeah, that sounds... I miss Xbox 360 Avatars. Why'd they do away with those?
They didn't.
They didn't?
They didn't do that.
They didn't?
You still have them.
Well, how do you do that?
By creating them, Brittany.
On the new ones? Like that Series S?
Yes.
Well, shit. I didn't know that.
They're just updated. They don't look like how they did before.
Well, they should look like the way they did before.
You can change it to look like the one that you had before.
Well, then there's
if you had a 360, Larry, I love you, but Jesus Christ, dude.
He's like, let me love
Chill
all
out.
of your face all at once.
All this fucking cat hair. All up in my news. Meesters.
So here's an interesting one. Especially given that. So fun fact, war's breaking out all over, so that's great.
It's not a war. Oh my god.
Are you sure?
It's not a war.
There's bombs flying. It could be.
Yeah, there's bombs always flying. That doesn't mean that it's a fucking war. If we are going to war, like the government is coming up and going, Trump wants you to fight for us. That's a war.
Oh, that's actually, not to get too political, but I have been getting a little more into, politics and what's going on in the world. I do think it was interesting. I can't remember who it was. My mind is just blanking. But the guy who held a press conference and some reporter tried to ask him, like, are we going to be sending troops out? Are there going to be boots on the ground? Is this going to be an all-out war? And this is actually, they did make fun of this on SNL, so the response is going to be more akin to what was said on SNL as opposed to what was actually said. But the essential response was basically, yeah, there's going to be, the boots of your mom by my bed after I'm done. Basically, just giving...
Based on reports as of March 10, it has only been a 10-day-old conflict.
So it's not, even if it's not a war yet, there is still potential for it to break out into, But my point being, the one press secretary or whoever it was that was answering questions was basically just not answering questions. So no one knows what's going on. And the people who do aren't telling, so that's a damn shame. I only mention it because apparently the Texas governor has apparently mistaken video game footage for war footage. And I'm intrigued by this, by the full context as to what happened here. So it looks like the Texas governor, Greg Abbott, recently made a mistake involving the popular military simulation titled War Thunder. While social media is typically used for rapid communication, the high-ranking official inadvertently shared a clip from the video game that was far from what it claimed to be. It reported that the politician reposted a video under the impression it was actual combat footage, though the scene was rendered in War Thunder. The world of military gaming reached a point where digital recreations can be nearly indistinguishable from reality to the untrained eye.
I need to see this video.
I think I do too, because I think the author, Miss Turner here, I think she's being a little generous towards... I guess she's being generous towards like game devs in general, and basically going, wow, these animations are so good that they just look so real. People can't even distinguish them from real war footage. And I'm just like, as much as I can appreciate wanting to give the devs and the artists that amount of credit, one also has to wonder, is it really that good, or is the Texas governor just that bad at distinguishing fantasy from reality? Reminds me of, there's this, I don't know if you've seen the Ted movies, right? Yeah. Have you watched the Ted TV show?
No.
It's pretty funny. I freaking love it. But there's this funny little scene where Johnny and Ted get picked up by their cousin Blair from the movies, and they just got back from seeing Jurassic Park. And Johnny's going on, I can't believe they got Steven Spielberg got real dinosaurs for the movie. Oh God, that blew my mind. And Blair spends not too much, but a little bit of time going, I don't think he got real dinosaurs. Yeah, you think, don't they look so real? They were right there. What do you mean? He got real dinosaurs. And Blair went, okay, yeah, sure, buddy. I'm not explaining this to you. I think it's
I sent you the video, by the way.
Okay, I'll watch the video real quick so we can judge. Okay, hang on. Let me open this in a new window. Copy link. We're going to take a look at this war footage and see if the devs really are that good, or if it is more of a situation. Alright, so Joel Fisher, an Iranian plane versus a U.S. ship. I can watch this all day. Okay, it does look pretty realistic, but here's...
You can tell it's not real, though.
You can tell, like, from the camera angles, like, where would they even be filming from and getting that precise footage like that? Like, it's close, I'll give you that, but it is very obviously fake.
Put up another point for AI fools human race.
Right? So the actual tweet was that post you sent me, actually. The post that we just showed. The Iranian plane versus the U.S. ship. So who's Joel Fisher? He's got to be another politician, right?
Let's see.
I know, I'm just outing myself, someone who does not know what's going on in the world. But I'm
Governor
trying.
Greg Abbott was the one that made the post.
Well, he reposted Joel Fisher's post saying bye-bye. He quote tweeted it.
The real Joel Fisher. Let's see if I can find.
Alex Driggers basically snapshotted that little Twitter exchange, screenshotted, mind you, Governor Greg Abbott tonight reposted and then deleted a video clip claiming to show a U.S. vessel shooting down an Iranian plane. Bye-bye, he wrote, but it's not real. The clip, commenters pointed out, appears to come from a World War II video game called War Thunder. The line between game and reality blurred significantly for Abbott this past Sunday, March 1st. So this was... Oh, yeah, that was last week. Damn, how did we miss that? The governor reposted a video on Twitter, apparently believing he was watching live footage of a United States warship downing an Iranian fighter jet. Abbott even added a cheeky bye-bye caption to the post before it was quickly scrubbed from his profile. The clip he showed was originally uploaded by a pro-Donald Trump account that claimed to show an intense showdown between an Iranian plane and a U.S. ship. However, the internet was quick to point out this mistake. Yeah, the internet doesn't wait for you. If I put out, like, oh, look at my cool plants, it's like an Australian ficus. The internet, I don't know, I just pulled something out of my ass. The internet will, if the tweet gains enough traction, I will be getting comments going, that is poison ivy, you dumb bitch. My point being, the internet will not wait for you to smarten up or figure out your mistake at best.
Exactly.
Yeah. The fact that War Thunder could dupe a state leader speaks to its impressive graphics. The game allows 32 to 64 players, holy shit, to battle it out on over 140 different maps representing historical combat zones. Players engage in combined battles where tanks, helicopters, and ships all fight in the same match, utilizing damage models that are strictly based on physics. For a casual observer, the chaos of multiple rocket launchers and anti-aircraft guns creating a firestorm can be mistaken for modern news, especially when viewed on a small smartphone screen. The incident highlights a growing problem with digital misinformation during global crises. This error occurred while tensions are high following military strikes by Israel and the U.S. and Iran. During these times, social media platforms are often inundated with conflicting and false visuals. Twitter has become overwhelmed with misinformation, where AI-generated images and gaming clips are frequently passed off as legitimate news to unsuspecting audiences. So, yeah, that is a problem. Y'all just keep an eye out, do your research, recognize, try your best to recognize what's real and what's fake out there. That's the best I can say, because that probably would have gotten me at first as well. But that's also mainly because I've never even heard of War Thunder. War games are not my cup of tea. Not saying I don't like them. I guess they're just, so I should use a different expression. They're not in my wheelhouse. I don't play a lot of war games. I've never played Call of Duty. I just played the Halo series for the first time last year. I'm just very... I don't play RTSs either, which I don't think War Thunder is an RTS, but I keep getting recommended the Red Alert series, which I do want to play. I'm just a little intimidated because if my poor performance playing the video game Brutal Legend is any indication, I am terrible at real-time strategy games. So...
What? No. You wouldn't. No, you can't. You can't be bad at those kinds of games.
You know how long it took me to get past the Lion White level? And now I'm against Ophelia? And I haven't played the game in 6 to 8 months?
Tragic.
It is tragic. I want to beat Brutal Legend really bad. I freaking love that game, but God, I'm so bad at the RTS sections. Alright, let's move it along. So you sent me a video from one of our favorite Facebook Reels guys. He's probably on Twitter too, but I don't know. The dynamic pricing Sony's apparently testing for AAA games on the PlayStation Store. So Red Dead Redemption 2 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 might have lower prices on the freaking PlayStation Store. Dynamic pricing is a hotly debated topic. The practice includes adjusting the prices of products depending on consumer demand which could have some people spending less on products while other consumers are forced to spend more. It's shown up in the video game industry before, such as when the Embark Studios discounted Arc Raiders for some players and not others to account for economic hardship. In that instance, it at least seems like Embark was trying to make the product more accessible to players experiencing different economic states. However, in other cases, dynamic pricing, like if used in a grocery store, could be viewed as a predatory practice. This is also not the first time players have noticed Sony trying out different prices for its products. I know dynamic pricing is pretty common, at least in the theme park industry as well. Like if you try to go to Disney World, say in the middle of February, you're gonna have a lot better prices than you are in the middle of June or around the Christmas, Halloween, like the Halloween or holiday season proper, where all their events are going on. Because you could get in, you could go to Disney World for as low as like $89 a day, which is still expensive, but it's not like $250 a day where it can get during the busy season, which is where a lot of Disney adults, the ones themselves who I will agree, unfortunately, have ruined Disney. At least the park environment was sorry, I don't know where my train of thought just went. I don't know why. I was going somewhere with that. Dynamic pricing, Disney. Sorry, I did tell y'all I'm a little under the weather, and I'm sorry. But that's where a lot of people, Disney adults, have not agreed that the corporation is absolutely pricing out. They're pricing out certain economic states. That's what they're like. You got to be of a certain economic class to even be able to afford to take a Disney vacation these days. Which, actually, fun fact, someone did the math. Apparently, for the price of a Disney vacation in the United States, like, say, if you want to spend a week at Disney, it would actually be... it actually would be cheaper to, in some cases, depending on the length of your stay and all that, to fly over to Japan and have a Disney vacation over at Tokyo Disney Sea. So that's a fun fact.
The other one I saw was you can fly a round trip, get life-saving surgery in Japan, and stay at a 5-star hotel for 4 days for the price of one exclusive ticket for Disney.
Yeah. So the dynamic pricing, see, it makes, while I don't agree with it, at least the extent that certain theme parks like the Disney company has been doing, it makes more sense for a theme park than it does for a video game. Because for a theme park, you have to deal with things like trying to not overwhelm workers, park capacity, wait times. Like, you want people you want people in your park, in your like service area, let's call it, but you don't want so many people that everyone there has a bad time or the workers get overwhelmed. So the dynamic pricing does make a little more sense in the theme park industry than it does for video games, which the goal is, yes, to make money, but also to get as many people playing your game consistently as you can. It used to be just how many copies can we sell. Nowadays, it's all about how many copies...
How much money can I squeeze out of you?
Yeah, well, not just that. It's how much money can we squeeze out of you and how long can we keep you playing our specific game. Which was my big complaint about trying to download Doom the Dark Ages on my fucking PlayStation. Because I would literally have to delete half of my game library or more. Actually, most of my game library, now I'm thinking about it, now that I'm remembering, because we went over this on a previous podcast. I would have to delete, like, the majority of my game library from my main console storage just to play Doom the Dark Ages on there.
Or you could just, get some storage expansion.
I have it, but that's what it doesn't matter. I'd still have to clear out most of my library. I have storage expansion.
So even with a 4 terabyte expansion card.
I think I have a 2 terabyte is my thing.
Yeah, get a 4 terabyte.
If I had a 4... Thanks. But that's the problem. That's a problem with the problem solving is how much... I'm going to look up real quick how much a 4 terabyte...
$129. I sent it to you last week.
Thank you. So $129 plus like the $80 price tag of the game. You're paying $200 to play one video game in that
Is
instance.
it actually $80? Did you check G2A?
I swear to God. You know what? Let's look at the G2A price for Doom the Dark Ages. Doom, if I can spell. Doom the Dark Ages. It is for a PC copy, which again, we're not looking at the PC. It's $33.67 right now.
Did you say 67?
Oh. A PS5 copy is $25.54 right now, so that is a really good price for Doom the Dark Ages, actually. Does not fit, but the retail price is still showing at $81.31 USD. So if you do not know about G2A,
you're kind of dumb.
I'm not the point I'm making. If you pay retail, well, fine.
Look, if you paid attention to any of our podcast episodes, you know for a fact we've mentioned G2A countless times.
They really should
so
sponsor us.
If you don't know what it is at this point, you're dumb. I'm sorry. Dumb.
Fine. Let's use the argument.
Sorry, not sorry.
Let's use the argument then. Let's still say everyone in the world, whether you've seen our podcast or not, knows you can get Doom the Dark Ages for $25 on your PS5. You're still having to pay that $129 for an extra storage if you don't want to just clear out your whole game library on your PS5. So you're still paying about $150 to play one video game.
Yes.
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 So are you really saving money at that point?
Yes.
If you want to
in the long run, you don't have to buy more storage because you already have it. Then you can spend more money on other video games or save, any extra money because you have storage.
Back in my day.
Yes, back in your day when floppy disks were a thing.
They were a thing. I remember my mom and my dad had a collection. They had a whole case full of floppy disks. I didn't know what was on them. I didn't use them myself, but I know what they are and what they do.
My point has been proven, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, my point being, the whole point of this, no matter where you buy your games, the point is to play them on get as many people playing for as long as you can. Which dynamic pricing does not really work for, and G2A I will not count as dynamic pricing because it's basically a game reseller. Am I wrong?
I guess. Still get it for cheap though. Reseller or not. To be quite fair, Sony Store is a reseller. The Xbox Store is a reseller. Steam Store is a reseller. Any platform is a reseller unless you go directly to the publisher. Are you going to go over to Santa Monica Games to buy a copy of God of War?
Probably not.
No. So you're buying it through a reseller, certified reseller, mind you, with a brand, trademark, and title, Sony.
All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Not the whole podcast, but this little story up. Dynamic pricing is bad, okay? Also, don't forget to comparison shop before you buy games, y'all, because that's just common sense. There's, like Muffin said, there's a bunch of different platforms you can buy games off of, resellers. Also, some services like Game Pass and PlayStation Plus will let you share games with your friends, so they don't have to purchase it if you already did. Just, shop around, folks.
Window shop before you buy from the consumer.
Exactly. If you are going to buy from a second party, or a third party, make sure that you, especially if it's physical media, make sure it's in good condition. If it's digital media, make sure it's a trusted source so that you're going to get the code that you paid for. Otherwise, you're just going to get scammed. Or a computer virus. Either way. Valve is facing another lawsuit. Can't wait to see what this is about. Oh, a friend of mine was telling me about this the other day. A class action lawsuit was filed by a plaintiff's law firm against Valve, accusing the company of using illegal gambling tactics via the loot box system offered in some of Valve's games. The lawsuit alleged that Valve had knowingly profited off consumers, including children, through the money the company had earned by selling loot boxes. Along with being the company behind the popular PC storefront Steam, Valve is also the creator of various games including Data 2, Team Fortress 2, and the Counter-Strike series.
That's Dota, by the way.
Dota? What did I say? Oh, Data. No, it's Dota. It's Dota. My bad. Okay, my eyes suck. Okay, I am not feeling great. Dota 2. In addition to its gaming IPs, Valve is also the creator of the popular Steam Deck handheld system, which allows Steam players to play various PC titles on the go. The stocks of the Steam Deck have become difficult to replenish. Valve is also developing the Steam Machine, Steam Frame, and new Steam Controller. The Steam Machine, Frame, and Controller are all scheduled to launch sometime in 2026, though exact pricing and release date information remain unknown as of writing. So, the loot box lawsuit. Weeks after New York Attorney General Letitia James sued Valve for its loot box system, another law firm has joined the legal fray against the PC gaming giant. A consumer lawsuit was filed against Valve by the Seattle-based Hagen's Berman law firm in the U.S. District Court. What is so funny? Tell me about it.
We're talking about like what Steam is making, the Steam Frame, Steam Controller, and the Steam Machine. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to look up the pricing of the Steam Machine. Mm-hmm. So I highlighted Steam Machine, Google search, and whatever, pulled it up. You scroll down the core features that define the Steam Machine, Steam OS, small form factor, and it shows the icon for the Steam Machine. Mm-hmm. It's a powerful PC gaming. It's powerful PC gaming packed into a roughly 6-inch cube.
6 inches?
You can hide it under a banana. And it has an illustrated banana for scale.
That seems a little small. I thought it'd be the size of at least a Series X or a GameCube. Series S or...
It's a 6x6x6.
That's not very big.
Well, good things come in small packages. It is, 152 millimeters tall, 162 millimeters deep, and 156 millimeters wide.
Wow. That's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I thought it was going to be bigger.
It is 2.6 kilograms in weight.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Throw that. Anyways, my dog could destroy that in 10 minutes. Let's see. According to a 32-page court filing by Higgins Berman, some of this game's most popular games, including Dota 2 and Counter-Strike 2, have loot boxes built into them the players can buy. In Counter-Strike 2, the price of loot boxes and the keys used to open them can vary. While more current items are sold cheaply, including kilowatt case keys for $249, older and rarer items often sell for over $1,000 on the Steam marketplace. The lawsuit argued that Valve's loot box system constitutes gambling, which is illegal under Washington state law. The lawsuit seeks to recover damages from Valve's loot boxes, as well as force Valve to cease and desist any loot box operation should it succeed. So, this is an interesting lawsuit. Does that mean, blind boxes should also be illegal? Because that's like gambling.
What boxes?
Like blind boxes, like the little Labubus or like little Funko blind boxes. The boxes you buy that shows you what you could get, like the little collection it's from, but doesn't tell you.
Yeah, those are loot boxes.
Yeah. So does
They're
that mean
blind boxes? Everything's gotcha these days. So
that's what I'm wondering. How far is this lawsuit really going to go? Is that actually
Not
gambling?
far.
Because I don't think that's it's kind of gambling, I guess, if you squint really hard and do some mental gymnastics, but I don't know if that's actually gambling.
If you squint real hard and do some mental gymnastics, anybody in the certain part of Mafia.
So, I don't know, y'all let us know what y'all think. We're just gonna move on because, again, people buy those like little. It's done with physical like little trinkets and keychains all the time. I don't know if it should constitute illegal gambling just because it's.
I mean, you can do it in Destiny.
Yeah.
They have loot boxes in Destiny. They have loot boxes in Call of Duty.
Yeah, loot boxes are just pretty common in gaming nowadays.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily gambling because it tells you your odds. Mm-hmm. It has, like, you have the potential to get 12 of these before you get one of these. But if you get 5 of those, you can trade them in for this one. Your higher chances of just kind of progressing through the loot tiers mm-hmm. just by paying for the lower quality boxes. Unless you specifically go in knowing, I know I'm not going to get this, but hell, it's worth a shot. Mm-hmm. Then I can see how it can be construed as gambling. Mm-hmm. Okay, we don't condone gambling. Don't get that twisted, guys.
Yeah, no, we're not condoning gambling. We're just discussing what the definition of gambling is in this particular context. Maybe they want to call it gambling because you're not guaranteed to get specifically, not even just what you want, but what you think you're going to get. I don't know. I live in like the land of casinos now, so I'm not unfamiliar with the concept or the popularity of gambling, but... So yeah, y'all let us know what you think and how far this is going to go. Maybe how far should it go?
It's not going to go far. I'll tell you that much.
Probably not. We're long on gaming. Microsoft CEO's good news regarding Xbox's future. Well, I damn hope so. They just announced their Project Helix is the new Xbox that's going to be coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was announced. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has publicly reaffirmed the company's long-term commitment to Xbox, stating that Microsoft is long on gaming, and that this is going to continue being the case. As Xbox has been going through a fair bit of turmoil as of late, it comes as no surprise at all that Microsoft's gaming audience may need a tad bit of reassurance, and this appears to be it. It would be an understatement to say that Xbox has had a rough start to 2026. It came to a head with the huge Xbox restructuring effort that ended up with both Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer and President of Xbox Sarah Bond leaving their roles, and gaming industry newcomer Asha Sharma taking over. Such a substantial leadership shift is bound to come with some changes to the brand's direction too, and news about those is precisely what Xbox fans have been waiting for. In a behind-closed-doors Q&A reported by Windows Central, Nadella joined Xbox staff alongside Sharma to discuss Microsoft's top-down vision for gaming. As per the interview transcript, which Windows Central has been able to verify with multiple sources, Nadella describes gaming as one of Microsoft's core pillars. We're long on gaming, he told staff. We'll continue to invest and will always do so. It's up to the team to show an excellence in execution and creativity. A recent reiteration of focus on this front came about when the new CEO, Matt Booty, I forgot his name was Booty, committed there will be more first-party Xbox games in the future. I sure hope so. I don't care if it's a bunch of sequels, though original games would be nice. Like, make a good game. Is that Mr. Booty himself? Nadella was also careful to mention the broader Xbox community as an important aspect of the platform. We have to make sure that the friends we have today are the friends that you have tomorrow. You want to wake up feeling like your friendship has grown even stronger. We have to really make sure, whether it's console, whether it's PC, whether it's the lover of Forza, Halo, we want to make sure they love us for what they expect us to do. These statements further underline the notion that Xbox exclusives are simply not coming back anytime soon. Sharma's comments during the session were equally notable. She acknowledged that Xbox has been going through a difficult transition period, saying that everything is being relitigated in terms of the brand's strategy. Whereas Sharma's prior comments that the archetypal Xbox console is being put first and foremost might have suggested a kind of pivot back towards exclusivity, Nadella specifically mentioning PC implies otherwise. So the expected development is that the company might simply start repeating that everything is an Xbox whenever the opportunity is shown.
Everything is awesome.
Everything's an Xbox! Nadella's comments arrived at a critical time for Xbox. The brand's identity crisis has been a long time coming, with its fan base growing increasingly more concerned about what the next stop might be. Having the company's top executive describe Xbox as a core aspect of Microsoft is a huge deal in its own right, and it ought to give fans hope for what's next to come. The newly announced Project Helix is that next big thing, in fact, and it's an extremely exciting project despite the worrying state of the hardware industry. It's bound to be expensive, for one, but the idea of it playing PC games alone is sure to continue making headlines. Yep. Again, I'm totally cool with that, bringing back dedicated hardware, because the fact that the Xbox, like the Project Helix itself, would play Xbox and PC games means instead of having one tower that runs like a billion games and whatever others, especially if you work from home, there's other or you're a student, there's other hardware, software that you'll be using. Having something that's just for your games, even your PC ones, especially with some of the the technical specifications that are needed for some of these games, having a bringing back the designated game box, I think is a great idea.
I'd say so.
Yep. Speaking of lawsuits, Nintendo's officially suing the United States government. What did we do now?
They're not going to win.
Let's see. This is first published on March 6th with an update by Andrea Tremont on March 7th. Excuse me. Following U.S. President... Oh, I remember. Okay, I've heard this lawsuit. Following U.S. President Donald Trump's return to office in 2025, the U.S. government imposed tariffs on goods coming from various nations. Ergo, the cost of the collected tariffs were passed on to consumers across the country. In April 25, the U.S. government's tariff rate against China was as high as 145%, which caused prices on food, electronics, and other goods to increase across the board. The Trump administration cited the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act as justification for the tariffs. As a result, Nintendo increased the prices of Switch 2 controllers and accessories. The Switch 2 console kept its launch MSRP at $449. Now, the issue seems to be now... Oh my god, that's funny. Anyway, sorry. The U.S. Supreme Court struck down most of the Trump administration's tariffs in a February 20th ruling by a 6-3 vote. Trump issued a blanket 10% global tariff via an executive order that would last for 150 days at most. Now Nintendo has taken the initiative to recoup the tariffs it paid before the Supreme Court's ruling. According to the lawsuit filed with the U.S. Court of International Trade, Nintendo listed members of the Trump administration as the main defendants, including Secretaries Scott Bessent, Kristi Noem, Rodney Scott, Jameson Greer, and Howard Lutnick. The lawsuit stated
Dick, what?
Oh, Lutnick.
Limp dick, man, that's crazy. Imagine being a limp dick. That's crazy. Could not.
You heard it here first. Muffin stays hard.
Only for you, Brittany.
The lawsuit stated that Nintendo wants to collect any refunds with interest of tariff duties that have been paid since February 2025. Although a refund amount was not disclosed in the lawsuit, Nintendo said it suffered injury caused by the IEEPA duties, that any ruling against the company would result in imminent and irreparable harm to Nintendo's bottom line. Nintendo stated that the tariffs imposed by the Trump administration had collected more than $200 billion on imports across the globe. According to Reuters, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency stated that it would have a refund system active within the next 45 days. While Nintendo's legal team is better known for combating piracy, the gaming giant's latest lawsuit is in line with ones that have been previously filed against the Trump administration. According to a February 2024 AP report, over 1,000 global companies such as FedEx and Costco are suing the Trump administration for refunds of the tariff duties paid since February of 25. It remains to be seen how each lawsuit will be handled. I mean, on a lot of these ones, they'll probably just settle out. I do think it's funny that this was included in the article because the U.S. government's been, let's say, appropriating a lot of different video game stuff to try and further whatever agenda it is they're trying to further right now. So they use the Pocopia font. That's kind of become a meme now to say, make America great again. And
Good
someone tweeted that with, I'm in tears, dude, was the Pocopia tweet the last straw for Nintendo to finally sue the U.S. government. While the topic is serious and tackles multiple lawsuits against the U.S. government's tariffs, the internet reacted mostly with memes and jokes. Of course we would. Why? Again, like, especially now, it's not just Nintendo suing. It's even U.S. corporations are suing the government over the tariffs because they had to pay extra for goods and services, that they sold to the American people. Here's my thing. Does that mean that the people who paid for those products are also going to get refunded? Absolutely not, because that's just... I don't think it's going to happen. Furthermore, I do think it's funny they said the tariffs harmed the sale of the Nintendo Switch 2, which last year was the best-selling Nintendo console of all time, I thought. And they made their money on it, I thought. But, again, the fact... It's not surprising that Nintendo's trying to get every last cent they can, because that's just what corporations do. They're like, oh, I could have saved $2 billion. How do I get that back? Lawsuit? All right, let's sue somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker, why did I just click on? There we go. Here we go. Nintendo suing the U.S. government. Got a Megamind meme. Nintendo lawyers. Well, maybe I don't want to be the bad guy anymore.
You don't have the choice. You're already the bad guy.
Yeah. Hey. Here you go. Nintendo's tariff lawsuit is just the second run-in that the Trump administration has had with Nintendo and its partners in the first full week of March. On March 5th, the White House posted a picture on social media using the font of Pokemon Pocopia. The message of Make America Great Again has been used as a slogan for the Trump administration and its policies. However, the Pokemon Company stated on March 6th that it was not involved in the White House's social media post and did not give the Trump administration permission to use the Pokemon IP for any political purpose. The company said, our mission is to bring the world together, and that mission is not affiliated with any political viewpoint or agenda. I'm glad they finally put out a statement like that, because remember when the U.S. government used the Pokemon theme song to promote ICE?
Yes.
Immigrants, gotta catch 'em all! They didn't actually change the lyrics.
Say that I don't blame them, though.
They could have. I can blame them. I wouldn't blame them if the way they went about it wasn't so gosh darn corrupt. But again, that's a whole different discussion for a whole different podcast. And finally, this is kind of a big one. My life got basically ruined overnight. A Helldivers 2 player challenged the developers to a charity challenge, and then they got fired from their job. Yeah. Let's see. So the Helldivers 2 player who started the recent $1,000 charity challenges, says they were doxxed, threatened, and ultimately fired because of it. What began as a seemingly innocent moment in the community has snowballed into something far beyond what the original user had intended, and the incident has quickly reached unfortunate extremes. The future of Helldivers 2 charity challenge, and more importantly what's next for the user who started it, are now unclear. Arrowhead Game Studios had its hands full dealing with contention among the fan base for much of the past 2 years. Despite a largely successful launch, Helldivers 2 is no stranger to controversy, seeing multiple dramatic shifts in player sentiment since its 2024 release. In this most recent case, though, the discourse hasn't centered around the game itself, but around what was supposed to be a wholesome and humorous moment in the community. So, this is from the Helldivers Reddit, posted by Slinkerdeer. Unfortunate news from the D10 Charity Challenge person. Hey, this is a copy-paste message I'll be sending to everyone that messaged me in good faith because I think it's rude not to reply. Please understand that I have to do this to reply to the messages because of the sheer amount of them, and don't take personally the fact that I can't give a specific response to every single one. I've been banned from the horse sanctuary I've been volunteering since 2011 for security reasons, which is understandable. They're just trying to get by and they cannot deal with this, and fired me from my job at the electrical company after 7 years. My life basically got ruined overnight for something that I thought would be fun and productive towards a game I loved and supported passionately. I'm not really an internet person, and my online presence is mostly for the friends and family. I'll be stepping away from the community, Reddit, and the video game as a whole. I'm completely and undoubtedly done. Thanks for the support and the kind words to everyone. See you later, guys. So the challenge in question, Helldivers 2 in late February... I'm going to say that again. In late February, a Helldivers 2 fan challenged Arrowhead devs to complete Ashwana, I don't know how to pronounce that, on the highest difficulty, but in a recent message shared by other fans on Reddit, they've announced they're stepping back after getting doxxed and fired over it. According to this new post, the challenge's creator was harassed and threatened by other fans who apparently disagreed with the notion that the game had some difficulty issues. The harassment led to doxing, which the OP says got them banned from a charity they volunteer at and escalated them being fired. It's unclear what exactly happened or what others said to push the employer to let them go, but after this extreme response, the challenge's originator is stepping away from the movement and from Helldivers 2 as a whole. Originally, the challenge was supposed to be a playful way to bring some attention to some balance concerns. It's no secret that Helldivers 2 difficulty has been subject to some debate, and the challenge would have devs prove that Ashana, I'm just going to call it, isn't too hard by beating it a level 10 or admitting defeat in turn, validating complaints about the game's balancing. However, it seems not all fans were on the same page about this. While several others joined in and put their own money up to back up the challenge, others disagreed so heavily with the notion they turned on the user who started it all and took their frustration out on the real world. So, whoever did the doxing, what is wrong with you? I get feeling strongly about a game, but who feels so strongly for a game that if someone says something that I don't like, for example, let's use me as an example, like, Muffin, you should talk to Kingdom Hearts. You think it's a crap game. I think it's the best game in the world, but because you said such crap things about Kingdom Hearts, and you challenged, you suggested some challenge to play it on critical blindfolded with both hands tied behind your back and see how easy it is or how fun it is, I'm going to tell everyone where you live and where you work and that they should harass the shit out of you for it. I'm saying it's wrong. It's not nice. And it's not even just not nice. Let's, screw the playground talk. It's dangerous. The dude lost his livelihood and was getting, weird threats. It's just, why?
Yeah. Well,
Look,
people. They do what they do.
Well, they need to stop doing certain things. I'm just going to say it. Because, you say, okay, yeah, cool, do it. Go ham. But I'm sure, I can say with confidence, your tune would change once that starts affecting, your family. Say your wifey gets harassed and, assaulted or something. Your daughter starts getting harassed. That's a hell no. But that's what some of these people do over the littlest of things. The money wasn't even going to go to him. It was a charity challenge. What? You can't just do that to people because you think... they did this over the fact that he suggested to the developers of the game that there are some balance issues and the difficulty's too hard, or the difficulty has issues in and of itself. That's a bit of an overreaction. I'm just gonna say it. And also, how much time do you have on your hands that you're doing these kinds of things? Get a hobby into life.
I mean, you don't need that much time, unfortunately.
Y'all tell us what you think on all our socials. That'll do it for this episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. Tell us what you think. All of our stuff, we are on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of it at Linktree/GFA Entertainments. As you can see, I do live stream this every Tuesday, starting at 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern Time. And I stream a lot of other games as well, so you can find my stuff at BrittRochelle.com or BrittRochelle.card.co.
You can find me at linktree/muffinsincere.
Yeah.
Follow for all the real gaming.
Oh yeah, no, he's a real gamer. And until next time, thank you so much for watching and or listening to Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. Keep fapping, folks.